Where in the world could Cristiano Ronaldo end up? Janusz Michallik is here with me for this one. Janusz, after Juventus crashed out of the Champions League, it's gotten everybody talking about where Cristiano should go next. Couple of rumors swirling, everything from going back to Manchester United, where we know obviously he loves the Red Devils, moves probably stateside to MLS, given the fact that he has been getting on in 8 years. There's also rumors that PSG, probably just because they can afford him, or even at least want to be one of the clubs that could afford him, the few clubs. And then, of course, there's Real Madrid after Zinedine Zidane didn't actually rule out a return from the big man. So I want you to give me your top 3 likely destinations that you probably could see Ronaldo at if he does move.
Well, you've mentioned, what's important, of course, is how much he's going to cost, but not necessarily even that. I mean, his salary that not many can afford at his age. And, he probably does have a year or two. One of the biggest mistakes Juventus have made in terms of bringing him in is that they didn't create an environment to support him, right? He cost so much money that, in fact, Juventus weakened their team before he came in rather than strengthening it. So now we wouldn't be here sitting talking about Cristiano Ronaldo not delivering the Champions League. He has delivered everything and then some. I mean, he's scoring 20 plus goals every season possible for Juventus, but this is the worst Juventus that I remember in a long, long time now in terms of their midfield and support for him. So having said all of that, it has to be a team that can provide that for him, that environment. Manchester United comes to mind only because, of course, that's where he scored 40 plus goals when he was 17 or 18 years old, whatever it was. It seems so long ago, playing in a wide position there. If you remember, I suppose Premier League is important. I think Cristiano Ronaldo brings with him more than just his football, but I think he would score. But it's hard to see how that's going to happen unless Paul Pogba leaves. Real Madrid, in a crazy way, still kind of seems to me like the best destination. But then again, I look at Sergio Ramos, Modric, Benzema, all over 30. Even Kroos is, in that category, although young 30, if you will, Nacho as well. So when you look at the troubles that Real Madrid have currently, I just wonder if Zinedine Zidane would bring, another veteran, although the Real Madrid faithful would love to once again have him play together with Karim Benzema, but that's kind of an old team again. And do you build around a player like Cristiano Ronaldo? So, I think in the end, for me, he stays at Juventus because of the money, how much he earns. And I mean, he wouldn't be sold on a cheap, although Juventus has been saying that there's ways to maybe make that a little bit less expensive just to get rid of his salary. But I think he's good enough. This Juventus team is going to be rebuilt a little bit in the offseason. He's going to continue scoring goals for Juventus. And I think his pride won't allow him, Alexis, to leave Juventus on this note, where Juventus are out and everybody is putting this on Cristiano Ronaldo himself because he turned in the wall. It's probably not just because of that, of course, in that game, in the last games when he turned on that. But I think people say, well, we brought him here to win it. Well, I think he himself was never going to be able to do it. And, and Juventus didn't help him. But if there's one team, if money plays, no part in this, maybe Sporting Lisbon. Don't forget, they're running away in Portugal with the top division. They're going to be in the Champions League. That's where he came from. That's home. Who knows? Maybe he goes back home and is going to continue to play in the Champions League for Sporting Lisbon.
There's no place like home. Quickly before we wrap, though, we know that we're talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, so age almost doesn't play a factor when we're talking about legends like him and Lionel Messi, Zlatan even, of course, I have to throw him in there. But because he is getting on in age, do you think MLS would be a good place for him to end his career? Obviously not now, but as the future pushes on?
It could be, obviously I think in today's environment, it's difficult when you look at Major League Soccer and some of the struggles that they have, and you can see it in the transfer market right now. So look, I could see that if he was out of contract, but it is impossible, of course, at this stage. And even if he was free right now, the salary demands are going to be astronomical, I think. And so I don't see that.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.